Hello and welcome, and in this video we're going to talk about how to use the law of attraction and how to get everything you want right now with the power of your mind. Let's get into it. Now, if you're not familiar what the law of attraction is, essentially a basic law of the universe that means what you hold in mind and what you end up feeling based on what you're holding in mind, and I'll go into this a bit more deeper, becomes reality. It starts manifesting in your life, and it's something that's unconscious. You see, whatever you're doing right now, you're already applying the law of attraction because it's a basic law. Even if you're manifesting negative things, that is still the law of attraction working. It's just not working for you, it's working against you because you haven't learned to master it. This isn't some magic power, this is just a basic principle that what you hold in mind becomes reality. Every thought you have daily and the feeling that comes with that becomes reality. If you live in a state of apathy, the feeling of apathy and your thoughts reflect that, your future is going to reflect apathy. But if you live in a state of abundance and your thoughts reflect that and you visualize perhaps what you want, maybe it's that job or that business or that relationship or that fitness, whatever it is, it becomes reality because you've used the law of attraction rather than making it use you. And in this video, we're going to start with, first of all, how it's worked for me, but also how I use it and the correct meditations that I do daily to get real results with the law of attraction. So right now, I'm currently living the life that I once thought, the life that I would dream about or visualized, And I don't like calling it a dream because the fact that I called it a dream in the past actually meant I didn't get results. It was only when I started calling it a vision, when I started realizing that by bringing these thoughts and these feelings into my life and living with that, then my external reality started reflecting that inner reality. It's like a mirror, and it became easy to manifest anything I wanted. Now, I've used this when it came to relationships, when it came to business, when it came to fitness, all of these areas. Now, one of the greatest areas was actually with my relationships. I knew it wasn't that I wanted to get in a relationship, but my actual main goal was that I wanted to become abundant with girls. I wanted to become abundant when it came to socializing. I wanted to be that charismatic guy who was able to connect with a lot of different people and have amazing experiences, whether that was romantic or friends or whatever. And when I started to see myself as that person, I would visualize it. I would see in my head talking to a lot of people, being able to connect with a lot of people, having amazing experiences with these people that I was very, very attracted to. I would see myself, engaging and going out daily, working on this. I would see myself taking the right habits and the right action. When I started implementing that in my life, it became my reality, my external reality, just became a reflection of my inner reality. All the steps became very, very clear. It wasn't that I, thought and it magically appeared. No, it's that I thought and I held those feelings in my body. And suddenly, it became very, very natural for me to go out and socialize. It became very, very natural for me to connect with people. It became very, very natural. And suddenly things were just falling into place. I would go to the clubs and the lines would just disappear and I would go straight in and suddenly people would be talking to me. I would be able to just literally go up to one person, instantly connect with them very, very easily. The filter that I'd always had that I was a shy or introverted or whatever just disappeared. It became super easy to connect with people. It became incredibly, natural for me to just go up and talk to that significant other, to that girl that I liked and start a relationship. And then this transferred into business. It transferred into networking and closing clients or whatever it was. I went into fitness and I did the exact same process every single time. And everything in my life started to manifest very, very easily because I stopped looking for that it had to be hard. I stopped thinking that it had to be hard, and I started realizing that putting my efforts into these meditations, putting my efforts there, when taking the right action that would be shown to me through visualization, through the feelings that I was holding in my body, it became very, very natural and very easy for me to get real results. But what was my process? What is my process that I still do today? And this is what I call, and this is the meditation that I do. Now, what I do is I do 20 minutes of meditation? No, sorry. And what I do is I do 60 minutes of meditation and I split it into 3 phases. Now I'm only going to go into the second 2 phases because the first one has nothing to do with law of attraction. It's just something I do. It's just a basic meditation. It's normal. But in the second phase, I focus on visualization. But in the second phase, I focus on visualization. What I do is I allow myself to see and feel everything I would experience if that was true. I would hold it in mind. Maybe it's a business goal or that relationship, and I would feel everything I would have felt then. I make it as real as possible. How would it smell? Perhaps I'm looking at my bank account and I'm literally imagining myself swiping up on my phone, putting in my passcode and checking my bank account. I'm imagining every single step and making it a reality. And I'm imagining how would that feel in my body? What would happen next? What kind of people are in my life at that time because of this goal manifesting? And when I started doing that and I started visualizing it completely and feeling the feeling that I would have experienced then, right now, and bringing that into my life after meditation and during meditation, when suddenly I became in full alignment with my goals and everything started manifesting for me. And that was the first phase of meditation. That's for 20 minutes. And then the second 20 minutes I'm going to go into was all about letting that go. Because I often found that when I held that feeling in mind, it was amazing, but sometimes I would get attached. Sometimes I would get fearful and doubtful. What if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't come true? And that would result in my meditations, in my manifestation not coming to reality because I had doubt, because I had fear. So the next phase of meditation was all about letting go of that fear. I would feel the fear completely. I would feel the emotion. I would accept it. And I would let it go. I wouldn't judge it. I wouldn't make it bad. I realized that once I let go and accepted the emotion, it went on its own. And suddenly there was no barriers to my manifestation, to my visualization. It became easy. I would be able to visualize, not get attached because I did the letting go meditation afterward. And then I would be almost living in that state, in that feeling of abundance. And suddenly my outer reality reflected my inner reality and it came true. My material world became my internal world, and everything that I'd been visualizing was coming to reality. I had an amazing experience even the other day where I was trying to manifest something in my business. And I imagined myself saying these particular words, which then came to exact reality. The exact thing happened in my life like 3 days later. It was insane. And it just confirmed more and more this whole law of attraction and how it is true and how it is reality. Now, if you like this type of content, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.